get the engine rolling.
I mean, that's the thing. Simple decisions now seem to take longer, seem to take more time. With the Capstone team, brokered by EXP. To my left is none other than Nick Cannon from Wild 'N Out.
Oh no!
Ask him what happened last week, because, ladies and gentlemen, I tried to call this man and he was ducking my phone calls and had his voicemail full. I felt hurt and I cried a little bit. No, anyway.
Donovan Cannon, Coldwell Banker, Ingle Safari. Before we jump, golly, I just got burned. Before we jump into today's topic, we've been trying something new. Scott, you want to kind of?
Yeah, I've been putting some little breadcrumbs on Facebook about what we should talk about, and there are some things that people have commented that we are going to actually talk about. But truthfully, we are the professionals on the real estate side. I want to get the professionals on their side.
Yeah, it's because it's a team effort to close a deal. You got your title attorneys, mortgage people, insurance. There's just so many steps that go into this. So we've been doing real estate, 40 something episodes straight now. Why not mix it up a little bit?
So just be on the lookout for that. We're about to jump into our regularly scheduled program, but we did want to let y'all know this is something that we want to do. We do want to bring in other professionals, and we do want to give you more information, but we don't want to give you the information from our side because ours is more surface level. They can give you a deeper understanding. But today we are really going to talk about decision fatigue and why the buyers get worse the longer they search. And I actually have one of those right now, and it's starting to feel a little crumbly. The
longer a deal goes on, it's easy for a buyer to feel like they're in like a limbo state of mind, honestly. Like, are we just going to keep grabbing at air? Or are we going to actually land something solid?
And I mean, a lot of people don't recognize what that is. As real estate agents, we might recognize quicker than anybody else because that is what we deal with. But, some people might not recognize that.
I feel like it's a rhythm thing.
Yep.
And when you're dancing in rhythm, it's in flow. But if you dance for so long, even if you're still in rhythm, it's like, golly, is this the same song? Like, are we progressing? Are we doing anything that's deeper than just the initial like window shopping? So,
I mean, when you keep searching for the right house, sometimes everything feels like air. Sometimes nothing feels right. And at that point in time.
And it sounds backwards because you want to take your time, but imagine if you know how like when you're a kid more than adult, but in the swimming pool, you stay in the pool long enough, like your fingers will start to
grape up, yeah,
right,
yeah. Or raising up.
And it's your body actually trying to like evolve and adapt from being submerged so long. And sometimes we can almost get lost in the sauce of it if we stay in the pool too long. And
I get what you're saying. Sometimes you think if you stay in the pool longer, the better decision will be there. And sometimes that just is not true. It might seem like we're even going backwards.
Yeah, something my dad used to always say that used to kind of piss me off. Is that okay to say? I'll piss off on the spot.
Go ahead.
I've been better. If you go watch the first couple episodes, they should have charged me more money to edit it. Anyway.
Trust me, it was getting expensive.
We should clip in the bleeps now.
It was getting expensive.
The bleep per minute count, like the money, the dollar per
ding,
bleep.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh my God. But my dad used to say weight broke the bridge. And I'd be like, brother, nah. Did weight break the bridge? Like weight, WEI. GHT break the bridge, or did weight like WAIT weight break the bridge? Like, cause we waited too long to fix it. And he's like, you tell me. And I was like, I don't know. And if your buyer don't know, that's why we're here. Some people need to be nudged.
Yeah.
It's like when you're showing a house. Some people, you just got to unlock the door and they're beep bopping around. Do. Some people want to be held. Some people want the selling sunset experience. And you just got to read the room, read your clients, understand who's making the decisions, and go from there.
I mean, and that's what we're going to talk about today. When buyers first start looking, everything seems clear. Hey, I love it when it's clear. When it starts getting a little murky is when it starts getting a little troublesome. And once again, how I always say, you're the captain, I'm the navigator. I know the water. I know where the rocks are. So when it gets murky, let me steer that ship.
Absolutely. And a lot of the times with buyers, if they don't know what they necessarily want, within a couple showings in houses, you'll peep stuff that they thought they wanted, not as much as a deal breaker. But then there may be something that they see in one house that they hate, but they're like, nah, this is a premium feature right here. So, yeah, my bad. Fix me.
And in the beginning, it seems straightforward, but as soon as you start adding more houses in, it starts getting a little bit more unclear. Like I said, I have one that's going through this right now. We started at a house. She started at a budget, but she really likes above the budget. And I'm like, you don't want to spend. She's trying to be smart with her budget. And she's a teacher. That's not like they make oodles of money. So she's trying to stay within budget. And she's like, but I like over here. And I'm like, well, no, if you want to be over here, we have to be at this number. And it just doesn't work. So once again, let us steer you through it. You know, suddenly when you're looking at multiple houses, suddenly just everything starts to blend together. It starts, this house looks like this house. And no, this house is this house. And that's where it just starts getting in your mind that we're going to have to just cut it off. Hey, we might have to make a hiatus for about 2 days and then just rock it out looking again.
Dude, that's, you know what picture I got in my head when you were talking?
What's up?
Sometimes when you're showing a house, it can feel like playing 52 pickup.
Yes.
No bueno.
No.
It's not good. Even if the client's a big time, like, you know, you're about to be able to pay all your bills in one check kind of client, it can still be mentally taxing and draining to have to deal with it. And same thing with 52 pickup. Imagine like being a magician,
Yeah,
and like getting them to pick a card, and then every time like you're just wrong completely, and you're like, but I bought the deck.
Oh, you're wrong. Oh, you're
I went
wrong.
through all 52 and the Joker.
And it's still wrong.
We're still wrong.
And I just, sometimes as agents, we have to get past that. Like I said, that's when things start blending together.
Scott, how do you kind of joke about it sometimes if you feel like you've seen every house in a certain zip code? Or like, how would you go about subtly being like, guys, we've seen everything?
I'm to that point. I actually put a message on Facebook. We have seen everything on the market during here and Zillow. I went as far as seeing if I could peg somebody to be like, hey, you want me to sell your house real quick and work with an agent, Mr. Fizbo, or for sale by owner? I mean, and guess what? 0 comments. I'm like, thanks, 5,000 friends. You're really helping me out here.
And the thing is that you want to provide, as a professional, you're the guide.
Yeah.
As a guide, you're supposed to provide clarity.
Yeah.
And the longer you stay in the waters, sometimes it can be hard to see, even if the water's crystal clear.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, sometimes like we're talking, excuse me, we're talking about staying in this pool long enough. You know, if it's a chlorine pool, guess what happens if you have your eyes open underwater in a chlorine pool? It starts getting hard to see.
Like that Usher song.
There's an Usher song.
Let It Burn.
Oh God, yes. As we're talking about houses here, Donovan likes to talk about his relationships. Let them burn. So anyway, getting back to that look right there when you're in the pool and you can't see it. This is how sometimes you have to push through it and go to past the fatigue. And how do we get out of the fatigue?
And I was about to say, it doesn't usually feel like burnout at first, but it's important to be able to recognize it if your people are steering the ship, for you to be able to kind of get the engine rolling again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Simple decisions now seem to take longer, seem to take more time. And if you're in the market for a certain house, sometimes you don't have time to make that decision, because guess what? Everybody else is in the market. And that's what I'm seeing in this market here today. Like, if you are in the under 200s, sometimes if it's priced right, you're going to have somebody come in, you're going to have multiple offers on the first day that it's listed. And sometimes they're going to be all cash, because that's what people are looking for right now. I mean, like I was saying, simple decisions take longer.
Right. And with the small details, when you start getting too deep into like the forest per se, and the thing is that you got to know what you're kind of arguing about sometimes, where if I'm gonna just say it, if the wife is like saying this wall color's super ugly, but everything else in the house is good, I'm like, we can fix a wall color. But for your closing gift, I will come take this wall off and literally paint it myself. Like, if this is the one you think, let's go ahead and attack it. Because in this market, I feel like I don't feel like it, I know it, I've seen it in experience. I've had more multi-offer situations in the last week than I have, it feels like, the whole first quarter.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
Everything I've put in has been multi-offer, and there's somebody paying over asking price. And I'm like, what? I had a full cash offer for just under $400K the other day, and I still didn't get it. Full ask.
Oh, God, that hurts.
Minimum commission, just so much stuff that I was like, this is it. I chef kissed that thing.
And then they chopped it right back up.
They burnt it in the oven. They left it in the oven, bro.
And that's the thing. Decision fatigue doesn't make bad houses look good. It keeps I think it copies the bad house, and it's like they can't get out of their own way to see the good in the house. And that's where it's like, look, are you listening to me? It's like I want to clap at them and say, are you listening to me? And most of the times they aren't. Speaking
of listening, one thing I have learned from Scott is that he does a pretty good job of documenting things. I tend to just fly by the seat of my whatever it's called
Your
sometimes. Pants. Not that I'm rushed, but in the fact if I'm willing and dealing, I'm really not taking a lot of time to sit and record as much. I have been trying to, at the end of the day, summarize my day and think about everything I did in order to prep for tomorrow and like put the day to bed. But it's really important to document sometimes as this goes on. And another thing I'm going to say about the houses is I can't tell you how many times we missed out on the house, and now they're comparing every house that we look at now to the said house. And then they follow it during inspection period, asking me every day, like, hey, did it fall out of contract?
Yeah, and that's what I have right now. And she found the house. She found the house that she loved, and it did fit in their price range, but it was an old house. So it had old wiring. We had the inspection done, and I felt bad for her. The poor thing was crying on my shoulder. I told my wife, I was like, watch out. Another lady was crying on my shoulder. My wife said, must have been one of your clients through a bad inspection. I said, yes, ma'am, it was. And she knew that no other lady's going to be crying on my shoulder in some other way, but it felt bad because that was the house that she loved. And then I had the inspector come there and just rip it apart. And she's like, well, can we still offer? Yes, we can, but I don't think they're going to fix the things that we need fixed. And plus your insurance is going to go up because cloth wiring. It was found cloth wiring. They found remnants of knob and tube wiring, which is the first. If you don't know, this is the first electrical system in houses is knob and tube. So they found remnants of the very first electrical system. So insurance is just going to pop up at that point in time. But go ahead.
I'm going to say this. We've been talking a lot. The main point I would like to get across is that it's usually not a lack of information that causes this. It's usually too much of it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, look, you have all those houses that you're looking at. You have all that visual information and the descriptions sitting in your head. That's why buyers start to feel unsure. Their instincts start to slow down, and it just gums up the works, I think is the word that I was looking for. I mean, truthfully, that's why buyers think that they need more time when they don't. We are ghosted. How about, Donovan, we talk about how to protect your decision making?
Gotcha. Speaking of, so to protect yourself from overcrowding your mind, it does feel good to see homes, and you have stuff like Zillow and online that makes it very easy to basically go through homes, 3D tours nowadays that make it super realistic as you're going through. But the goal shouldn't be to see every home at all.
Every home's going to give you too much information. It means, you know, you're adjusting your standards on every weekend. It's like, hey, I'm going to be Christian this weekend. I'm going to be Catholic this weekend. I mean, you're adjusting your goals. You're adjusting your standards. It's really like, let's focus in and let's get you to the house.
Yeah, bro. And then she say she Christian, but she was talking about Dior. You just got to set your priorities clear and be on the same page as each other. We're not saying you can't change course or route, because there's been a couple times I'm house shopping for people. We can't find something, and they settle for like a D.R. Horton or a DSLD home just to start. So there's different routes to go about it, and we weren't even entertaining the new construction at first. But at the end of the day, we had our showings. We looked through stuff. We looked through stuff again. I think we showed this couple about 15, 20 houses before they were like, you know what? Let's just go get a good interest rate. Let's get most of our closing costs paid for, and maybe in a couple of years we'll regroup and really try and find something.
I mean, that's the thing. And, you know, truthfully, on the last part that we're going to talk about, clarity has a window. Buyers don't usually make their decisions at the beginning. They don't. So, I mean, it's like turning the page and hey, let's be refreshed and let's go forward.
Because between your realtor being able to already know the market and you showing them a couple homes, everybody should kind of start to get an idea of what the market's giving at that said moment.
Yeah. I mean, everybody needs to recognize the difference between each home and what each home offers you. Some homes you might not be able to find that perfect home here and now. Some homes you might be able to, but like you said, sometimes it's like, hey, this might not be our forever home. Let's go get the great interest rate. Let's go get the closings paid, and let's move forward. And that's the key of it. That's how to make a decision. Hey guys, it's been a great time here. Real Talk Real Estate. Give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
All love at the bottom. Game point.